Look at this, muckers. That is a lovely model of a Komatsu PC210. Now, they build the real ones of these, not what you'd think. As much as I'd like to put this somewhere up in here, I'm going to give one of you lot the opportunity to have this. And I'll do that at the end of this video, so make sure you hang around till then. But in the meantime, let's go and have a look at some real ones of these. Right, muckers. So, I'm here today at Komatsu up in Durham, and I'm joined by Gemma. Now, Gemma, I've got to admit, I always thought that the plant here was where they just assembled components for Komatsu. I didn't realise they're actually built it from scratch, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only that, that it's not again just components that are, but the components, be that track frames, the steel, anything that's fabricated outside of this plant is made within sort of 20 or 30 miles, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got a lot of local suppliers within the area.
It's really good, isn't it? I mean, you are putting a lot of investment back in this area, aren't you? Now, I don't think people realise, I didn't realise that. So where did they start?
Started off as a small mining equipment repair shop in Komatsu City in Japan. So that's how we
so
got our name.
Komatsu's actually a city. That's not. Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay, yeah. So then they progressed it to like agricultural, like tractors, they crawlers and that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did agricultural crawler machinery, and then it wasn't until the 1960s that we moved on to hydraulic excavators.
How long have they been in the UK building them?
Acquired this site in 1985.
Right.
And it was officially opened in 1987.
And speaking of that, this was built here, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the first machines that was built here at the factory.
See, I can remember these, and again, I assumed they were built and imported from Japan. I never knew they were built here.
Yeah.
And you say, so you got one of these that was actually built here. What the old girl is, isn't it? Now I'm thinking, well, you know what I'm thinking. Will it start? But that's for another day. Now, somebody that a lot of you might know, Sean. About time, mate. That is well overdue. Thank you. So, now, Sean, lovely to see this old bit of kit here. 210.
Yeah.
Like the day it came out of the factory from here. But if we turn around now, we've got this. This is the latest version of the 210, isn't it?
Dash 11, yeah. Produced here, same again.
And again, you say produced here, isn't it? Right, Sean. So, we've got the full sort of Komatsu lineup here, as in different types of machine that they do, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got the minis, middies, we've got your sort of normal, sort of like the 170 standard size excavators, I'd say. You've got some bigger stuff here with this one, 290. Going right through, then we've got the, that dozer, that lovely piece of kit. And then we've got shovel and the dump truck. But tell you what, we might as well start at the beginning. So let's go and have a look at the little mini. Right, so we've got the little PC26. So I think that 2.7 ton category, you know, they're towable, aren't they?
Yes.
With a few couple of buckets, bit of diesel, that makes it all legal and nice. You know about this sort of size machine, don't you? You've run these, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, you had a
PC30.
PC30, so 3-tonner,
Yeah,
so that sort of size.
PC27s.
Yeah, I've actually drove this little thing before, one of these little 26s. And what I like about it is they behave just like a 13-tonner or 20-tonner, don't they? They aren't like some mini diggers feel like they're a mini digger. The controls just flow like a big machine, don't they?
Yeah, and plus the big benefit on these, you can use your foot pedals, which is a massive bonus on mini diggers.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it?
You know, to be able to, there's not many on the market that you can use your foot pedal, but these you can.
Yeah.
So, you know, cabs, the same cab as on this, the 55, the 80.
Right, I'm going to come up now a little bit from your minis to your middies.
Yeah.
8-tonner. And these now, I mean, you go back 20 years ago, there was one or two about. Now, the 7.5, 8-ton size category in these middies, very, very popular in that.
Very popular now in the UK.
You know, because you're bigger than a mini, you're not quite as big as a full-size excavator. It's just nice, you can get in places still, can't you?
Sites have changed over the years, so old sites gone smaller now, a lot on now. So yeah, you've got to have the machine for the job.
Yeah. So the 170, what the real thing about this being here is this is where this starts as in being built at this plant, isn't it? They
These are
start
built
with the
here
170s,
in
isn't
the UK
it?
at County Durham, yeah.
So this is a British-built machine,
It is.
British workforce, you know, and also using British components,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know. Nice cab though, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and this one starts on like the 130s.
Starts from the PC130 and goes all the way up to the new PC950 that was launched at Bauman.
What, the big 95 tonner?
That's the one.
And the other thing I like about it is there's a lot of room sideways, well, because a lot of people do this way,
Yeah.
but you're still cramped here. And that's important, isn't it?
Yes.
Get a big old operator, you know, and you want that.
Fits for all.
It's one here, one fits all. That's very true. 290, mate. She's a 29, so she's in the 30-ton class, really, isn't it? You know. So yeah.
Big difference on this. The eye. Intelligent machine control.
Now I keep seeing this. So what is that? Or should we get the man in?
I think that's his
Right.
territory.
Right, Rob. So he ain't got a clue about this. So you tell me. So we've got this intelligent machine control, LCI.
Yeah.
What is that?
Intelligent machine control is fully integrated machine control, so it's not just GPS guidance, it's actually machine control. So if the operators dig into a level, this machine will stop them on the level. So no overdig, no rework.
So
Get
the
the job
machine
done
itself will actually. So if you set a parameter,
Yeah.
even if I went all the way forward, that'd only go to that set parameter
Only
and
go-
no further.
No further.
Right, no hand on there, just on there. Alright, so there's going to be those that look at that as, well, you're taking the skill away from the job, the skill away from the operator. But now I've spoken to one or two people that have actually used this, and they've said, no, it's not like that. It actually allows them to do even more.
They don't have to be constantly looking at batter rails outside the machine with a standard machine. Because they don't have to do that, they know the machine's going to stop them every time. They can just concentrate and relax and be productive.
And not only that, you know, the argument about, yeah, well, I don't want to use it. You don't, it's not forced to you. Turn it off.
Yeah.
It's not just like once it's on the machine, you've got to use it. Turn it off if you don't want to. But I think both you and I have heard the same thing. Once you have tried it, you're like, oh, yeah, you know. Like, people do really come and really love the system, don't they? Because, as you said, it reduces fatigue and it does allow them to concentrate on other things.
Yeah.
Right, both of you now. Rob, Sean, come on. Right, so I got Rob back here because this has obviously got the intelligent machine control on it. And we've got Sean here. What have we got you in? Anyway, that's it. That's it. It's a dozer, isn't it? That's right, yeah. All right, you are the guy on these dozers. Now, some of you might know, we used to run a Komatsu D65-15. But it was a conventional dozer. This isn't, is it?
No,
In
this is
two respects. Hydrostatic. Right, so, go on. A hydrostatic dozer. Why is it hydrostatic? And why not just a conventional sort of, you know, power shift?
So this has got the power and the push, but the grading capability as well. That's why it's hydrostatic, for your fine trimming as well. This will do both.
What difference does that make being hydrostatic?
It's just smoothness.
It is purely control and smoothness.
Yeah, just smoothness. Yeah.
Right. Now, on top of that, with that intelligent machine control, that's the same sort of thing as you was telling us with that 290. You can set this and a parameter, And again, you know, people, oh, it takes a skill out of the job. No, makes your job easier. And a good operator, that will take the fatigue levels down and give him more capability, which means more productivity, doesn't it?
A lot of dozers use GPS to control the blade.
Yeah.
This, because everything's integrated in the factory on this dozer, we can take information from the tracks. Once the tracks start slipping, it'll actually lift the blade itself. It'll load your blade to maximum capacity for maximum productivity, but it means that you don't overload the blade and overload the drivetrain and cause wear and things like that.
And if somebody still said, no, don't want that, they can switch it off.
You can switch off button.
Oh, that, you're dead right, you know. The vision down there now is just completely unobstructed. You can see so much of that blade. You normally look just at a corner and try to, you know, you can see the top of it. They've got that down. That is brilliant, isn't it?
As you know, blade operator, you only really look at your corners of your blade.
But you can see more than that.
Exactly.
You can see underneath as well, which is, you know, you'll see what you're doing, what you're leaving, if anything, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just proper, innit? I do like these. I always did like the Komatsu, you know, as a dozer. And I know you got your two camps as far as dozers go really in you know, but they're a nice place to be. These camps are a nice place, and they've made these even better, you know. Right, Sean, big old loading shovel. So, what sort of weight category is this one?
It's 30 tons.
30 ton, is it? Yeah, it's nicely laid out, isn't it, mate? You know. So you've got these two levers here, and I see this obviously as daft as it sounds, but those that drive shovels will know. Got a steering wheel.
Yes, it's an option to have.
You can have tiller control, can you? I quite like that. I know it sounds strange, but when you're driving the shovel that's articulated, having that, it's actually quite natural, isn't it?
Yes.
So, and you just got forward and reverse on here.
And then you got forward and reverse on the other side as well there.
Oh, you have on the little rocker there, yeah? Yeah, you can just literally do it with your finger. Yeah.
So it's tailored to
whichever one you... I must admit, you know, I do like I like that, so I get used to.
You're a bit like me, old school.
Old school, yeah. But on another machine, I'm quite happy to do it, you know. So it's got the option. It's the nice thing, isn't it? They're not telling you got to have this or that.
This is the Dash 10 cab, you see, so it's got better upgraded seat, and you see from the switches and everything now are all gone different now.
That's nice, mate. You got a little seat for you now. Look, how good's that? I tell you what, this is very automotive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very modern, because I know the type of environment. Dump trucks normally are just quite cut out and rugged and just. But this is. Yeah, tell you what, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
Got a family saloon.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Ideal.
It is, isn't it? So, is it like a semi-power shift, or is it fully automatic?
Fully automatic.
Fully automatic, but you can lock it down.
Yeah. If you want to hold the gears going down, coming down back for retarder.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got that there.
Exhaust brake on them as well.
Yeah. I tell you, it is honestly really nice. You just got your tip and leave here for your dump.
That's right.
Skip on the back.
And it's got float like tractors.
Oh right, yeah. Really impressed with this. Right, muckers, question time, and this is a good one. If you were stood right here where I am with all this kit behind you, which one would you choose to actually have a proper go on? Put your answers in the old squit pit below in the comments section, and whichever one turns out to be the most popular, we're going to come back and have a proper play on it. What a fantastic thing though, muckers, eh? British built. How good is that? And obviously employing British workers, Other British companies absolutely love it. You just don't hear much of that these days. You hear about one or two all the while, but there we go. Something I honestly didn't know until I went there. Now, if you want to win this, told you what you got to do. You choose, out of all those Komatsus that we saw, from the little mini 2.6, right up to the load and shovel, the dozer, the dump truck and all that, which one would you want to see more of? If you could go up there and have a play on them, which one would you choose? Put your answers in the old squid pit below in the comments section. And then we'll take a look and see which one is the most popular, the one that you lot most want to see. But doesn't matter whether you pick the most popular one or not. As long as you put your answer in the old squid pit below, comment section, you win the draw. You could end up with that. And don't forget, if you join in and put your answer in the old squid pit, you also go in to win one of the Top Dog stickers, which are only available by doing exactly that, by joining in. You can't get these in the shop. Is that warm enough for you today? I've even got the heater on for you, haven't I? Yeah? So, there we go. You all right there? Yeah? Anyway, Marcus, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a fantastic day. And it'll be interesting to see... Will you stop pushing me, babe? It'll be interesting to see what you lot choose and what you want to see us play with up at Komatsu next time. So, until the next one, do well.